Listen, the economy is, it's better, but I still see things that remind me that we're not out of the woods yet. Like, I was exercising, and there was a man on the machine next to me listening to a Discman. It is one thing to read about poverty. It's another thing to see it sweating next to you on the elliptical. That's when it gets real, my friends. I didn't recognize it at first. It had been so long since I'd seen a Discman in the wild. It was huge. I looked over there, I thought he was listening to a pizza. It was enormous. I had a Discman. Did you ever have it? You're too young to have had a Discman. I had a Discman. This is how long ago I got my Discman. I paid $188 for my Discman. It was a good price. $188 I paid for my Discman. I could go over to Rite Aid right now with $188 and bring back a Discman for everyone in this room. In fact, go ahead and reach under your seats, everyone. Go ahead and reach under your seats. You think you're gonna walk away without a gift from Gary Gulman? Even if I did put a Discman under everybody's seats, you'd leave it behind at the end of the night. You'd be like, that was really sweet and generous. And he had very kind eyes. Gary had very kind eyes. I do have kind eyes. You were wondering, why do I trust this guy that I barely know? Kind eyes. How kind? On my license next to eyes, it says kind. Only myself and Mark Ruffalo can boast that. I grew up in the 1980s. It was a great time. It was a grand time. And I love the 80s. But I love the 80s. That show on VH1, my God. Because they're so mean. They make fun of everything that I loved from the 80s. They always make fun of Hammer. How dare you make fun of MC Hammer? How dare you? Hammer was huge. Hammer was bigger than anybody now. Hammer was bigger than Usher and 50 Cent. He was huge. In fact, there's not a person in this room born between 1965 and 1985 who hears the word stop and doesn't immediately think, a Hammer time. You either think Hammer time or collaborate and listen. That's impressive. Stop, very common word, and you either think of MC Hammer or the Iceman, Vanilla Ice. And they always make fun of Vanilla Ice on VH1, and I'm sick of it. Vanilla Ice was awesome. He was awesome, and all right, he hasn't had a hit in a while, fine. And he hasn't had the acting career of the Ice's Tea and Cube, no. But I'll tell you what he did do. He did put a lot of 8th grade asses on the 8th grade dance floor, also known as the cafeteria, and for that, I say thank you, Vanilla Ice. I don't make fun of him. I don't make fun of his hair because he had a high top fade back then. A lot of people had. You know who else had a high top fade back then? Gary Gulman had a high top fade back then. And it worked out very well for me. I made out with 6 girls 11th grade. That was a ton back then. And who's happy with their haircut from a long time ago? Nobody. You never go to your barber with your high school yearbook photo. Please make me look like this again. Please. No, seriously, it's easy. Just cut off all the hair in the back except for a long rat tail. Then shave my sideburns right up to my temples. Perfect. Then 2 racing stripes that come together in the back into a lightning bolt with my high school football uniform and the number in the middle. We'll be good to go. Thank you very much. Nice to be here. I was exercising today, and there was a man on the machine next to me listening to a Discman. Today. This happened today. I didn't recognize it initially. They're much bigger than you remember. Much bigger. I thought he was listening to a pizza. Huge. And don't get me wrong, I had a Discman. This is how long ago I got my Discman. I paid $188 for my Discman. $188. I could go over to Rite Aid right now with $188 and bring back a Discman for everyone in this room. In fact, if you'll go ahead and reach under your seats. For $188, though, it came loaded.
load, all the best features. All the bass boost, you betcha. You bet it had bass boost. If at any time you thought to yourself, is that all the bass? Boost. Oh, false alarm, everyone. Plenty more bass where that bass came from. Had anti-shock, indispensable. Get the anti-shock, because if you were strong enough to jog while carrying this manhole cover, this Olympic discus, then the disc would not skip for the minute the batteries lasted while in anti-shock mode. It was pivotal. The sweetest feature on the Discman, though, the must-get, beg, borrow, and steal, my friends, but get the shuffle. Get the shuffle. You do not know what in the Sam Hill is coming up next when you hit shuffle on a disc. Every time a song ends, cliffhanger. Which one of these songs is going to pop up next? Which one of these 10 songs? If it's Rocket Man again, I will lose my mind. And it's Rocket Man! Oh my Lord, what are the chances? What are the chances? 10%. 10%.
So I love grapes, hate grapefruit. Hate it. Isn't that interesting? That they have such similar names. No similar properties. Grape, delicious, a masterpiece. Way to go, God. Grapefruit, vile. Inedible. So bad it should be a vegetable. I hate the grapefruit. The only reason the grapefruit was even invented, the only reason was because God wanted us to have something to compare the size of a tomb or two. That's the only reason. But then after softball was invented, they should have discontinued the grapefruit because it's awful. I've had bad experiences with grapefruit. One time I thought I was drinking lemonade. Turns out it was grapefruit juice. My life passed before my eyes. I thought I'd been poisoned. Turns out it was just grapefruit juice. Good thing I hadn't just brushed my teeth. I wouldn't even be here talking to you right now. I wouldn't. That combination of toothpaste and citrus fruit, my God, what a lethal combination. My God, oh, Colgate, enough with the tartar. It's under control. What I need you to do now is invent a toothpaste that allows me to drink orange juice within 6 hours of brushing my teeth. Can you do that? Good, make it so. But the thing I hate the most about the grapefruit is that it ruins a fruit salad. And I love a fruit salad, especially when it's served in a watermelon shaped like a bowl with a handle on the top. Oh my God. But the grapefruit ruins fruit salads. Its evil nectar seeps into all the good fruits and destroys it. Its philosophy seems to be, I'm bitter, now everybody's bitter. And I hate that. It ruins everything. You go in after a peach, grapefruit. Try a pear, I got to you too, pear. God damn you, grapefruit, damn you straight to Hades. There's only one fruit that the grapefruit cannot destroy, won't destroy. The grape. Another reason to love the grape, because the grape had the courage, the guts, the balls, if I may, to say to grapefruit, hey, stay the hell back. I've got a reputation to uphold, okay? I'm the grape. I'm doing very well for myself, and you're not going to screw it up for me, okay? I'm in everything. I'm in jelly, I'm in jam, I'm in juice, I'm in soda, I'm in gum, I'm in wine. Even when I'm dead, I'm a raisin. Yeah, I don't go rotten, I go raisin. How's that? I'm a pretty good athlete. I love basketball. That's my favorite. I started off my basketball career in the very prestigious, very competitive, very cutthroat Jewish Community Center Basketball League. The JCC. The JCC was a wonderful microcosm of Jewish thinking, because we're a very cautious group, the Jews. Which you can understand. We've been in a couple of pickles over the years. Generally lose everything we have every 65 years. And it's been like 67. So if your Jews are on edge, you'll have to understand. But this goes beyond caution into the realm of lunacy. The Jewish Community Center Basketball League was a a league for 12 and under Jewish boys, and they installed collapsible rims on the hoops. There wasn't a kid in the league who could grab net, and yet the rims were collapsible, which is such Jewish thinking. You never know. You never know. Better safe than sorry, Gary. But you better no. You never know. Nah, sometimes you know. There are certain precedents as far as smashing backboards. In the history of the NBA, 4 people have smashed a backboard. Not a single one was a 10-year-old Jew.